Hi, starting today, we are doing a small series on a topic which is extremely important and on top of mind for everybody, and that's about boosting immunity. We get a lot of people who come to ask us about what foods to start, whether kadas would help and what garam masalas to put in, or to start a healthy drink, or to start gargling or to drink hot water. All these are great, but I think what is most important and to bring everyone's notice to is that immunity is actually not just a singular function of the foods that we eat. Immunity is a natural response of our body when our body is functioning optimally. And by that I mean that our fitness levels are very good, our endocrine systems are working perfectly, our nervous system is doing its job, and when all aspects of your body are functioning well, your body is able to withstand the onslaught of any disease. And that's really what immunity is all about, right? So we keep forgetting that it's our overall health, overall well-being that leads to great immunity. So while switching food, eating the right foods is hugely critical and hugely important in building the immunity, I wanted to do this series largely to bring attention to other aspects that you could easily adopt in your life, and that'll help you boost your immunity. So the first topic of discussion to building immunity besides foods is actually the vitamin D levels in our body. And it's extremely sad, but India is suffering through a majority of vitamin D deficiencies across all age groups, and there's a prevalence of almost 90% of vitamin D deficiency. Um, and I think for COVID, this is also important to understand that it gives you a fighting chance of fighting COVID if you have good levels of vitamin D. In a recent study, and I'll link the study below, they compared people with severe infections of COVID with people with asymptomatic infections, and they found that 97% of the people with severe infections actually had low vitamin D levels at an average level of 14, whereas people with mild infections had low vitamin D deficiencies, but still higher at an average level of 28. And the study also showed that this really very seriously impacted their inflammatory responses, which was much higher. And unfortunately, the fatality rate for people with severe infections was at a peak of 21% as compared to just 3% with people with mild infections. The author has gone on to say that one of the simplest ways to fight COVID is actually improving vitamin D levels. And besides just vitamin D, besides just COVID infections in the study, I think it's really important for people to understand that vitamin D also helps you with your bone strength. It helps you absorb a lot of other vitamins and minerals. So even if you're eating well and you do not have adequate levels of vitamin D, all the vitamins and all the minerals that you eat are actually not getting absorbed by our body. So I think it's important that one starts understanding the simple aspect of nature, that we need to sit in nature, we need to be with nature, we need to be getting linked back to nature. And the simplest thing for you to build vitamin D is actually just sit in the sun and take out 10 minutes every day, or 20 minutes if you have time. Take your cup of chai in the sun, or do a small walk in the morning in the sun. Absorb it. It's beautiful these days, lovely weather today, and enjoy the sun and let nature do its own job. Let nature build you back to where you need to be.